Dr. Fauci, stick the needle. Dr. Fauci, tested on a beagle. Myocarditis from the hometitis. You saved us from the virus.
All right, so this this one sucks, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna show much of this because I couldn't even watch. And who knows if this is legit footage or not. But you know, whenever Alex Stein was saying,
Dr. Fauci tested on a beagle.
Dr. Fauci tested on a beagle, you know. I'm just being honest. This is gonna be rough. I'm not gonna show much, just a few seconds of this because I can't watch it. But this is what we're talking about here. 28 beagles were made to develop infections for 3 months before being euthanized, allegedly, for blood collection. Now you got him up there. I'm not going to show much of this. It's horrible. The beagles are to be euthanized 196 days after the start of the study, allegedly. And like, I'm not even going to. It's kind of like an arms. I think they're even playing in the arms of an angel in the background. But like, it's really some sick shit. I don't even want to watch this, man. I love dogs too much. And it hurts me, man. This is the perfect mashup. And we're kind of on a Fauci thing right now. So Fauci went into the hood, man, if you didn't hear. And this is from his movie, I believe. I think this is from his movie. From what I heard, this is a clip from his movie, which, by the way, let's bring this up one more time. So if we look at the documentary that came out on Fauci, just called Fauci, we look at it, which I haven't seen it. I wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't spend an hour and 45 minutes of my time watching something that's made to make this guy look like he's something good, except for these clips that are coming up. 2% audience score. That's gone up. It was 1, I believe. And then the tomato meter. I don't know what it's called. Tomato meter. It's at 86, which I thought that was higher. So interesting. I thought that was at like 99%, and this was at like 1 at one point, which I'm pretty sure it was. But who knows? Allegedly. Yeah. Old studies, who knows? So yeah, let's watch this video. I've been waiting to show this one. This has been like the one I've been waiting to show for I think this is the one I've just wanted to show all night, just because I love this. I freaking love this. So Fauci goes to the hood with his little crew and green shirts. Who knows why? Going green? No. They're not having it, dude. They're trying to convince people who are smarter than them. Just because they're not as wealthy, they don't think they're as smart.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
And they find out real quick they're smarter than they are.
You could pass it on to them. So you're actually protecting your family by getting them vaccinated.
Well, I heard that it doesn't cure it, and it doesn't stop you from getting it.
No.
So,
You're okay. You're not gonna get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
Because we really cannot afford you having to go to the hospital right now. If you're unvaccinated, you have a much higher chance of getting this newly transmissible variant we had never seen before a couple of weeks ago. And it's the unvaccinated people who it's going to make sick. And we really just cannot afford for you to have to go to the hospital right now. I mean, looking all around the country, depending on where you live, there is a very good chance there's no room for you.
On the very, very, very rare chance that you do get it, even if you're vaccinated, you don't even feel sick. It's like you don't even know you got infected. It's very, very good at protecting you.
Just the anacostia, so
Look how scared that kid is. She's a white devil.
Quincy, what does Quincy Orcha mean? White devil. Well, tell them I'm not.
Okay.
All right, see you later.
The people in America are not settled.
This guy is the guy. Let me rewind here for a second. This guy is the guy right here.
There. Okay.
All right, see you later.
The people in America are not settled with the information that's been given to us right now.
You gotta run to a window and say, hey, these floors are dirty as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore.
So I'm not going to be lining up taking a shot or a vaccination for something that wasn't clear in the first place. And then you all create a shot in miraculous time. It takes years to create vaccination.
Well, it used to take years.
Okay, it used to.
You know how many years were invested in this approach? About 20 years of science to get us to be able to do it.
20 years is not enough. And 9 months is definitely not enough for nobody to be taking no vaccination that you all came up with.
Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask.
The only
Damn, dude, you lean it down right to Fauci's fucking face, bro. He says he's a boss. I watched this twice. He'll watch it a third time.
reason I'm talking to you right now, as close as we are, is that I've been vaccinated.
Right.
But if it allows thousands.
Dude, this guy's face, his posture, his body language is like, I ain't taking none of your shit. All right, bitch. I ain't believing a word of what you're fucking saying right now. All I'm hearing is blah, 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 bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. This guy is a fucking boss. That's for sure.
Thousands of people like you don't get vaccinated, you're going to let this virus continue to percolate in
At that point, I'd be like, what do you mean like me?
Tell them, McCluskey. Tell them what time it is.
I don't believe you people.
Huh. What do you mean, you people?
This country and in this world.
Something like the common flu then, right?
And not
it's
like
much
the
more
common
serious than the flu.
Well, the flu kills a lot of people annually, too.
You know how many people died of the flu the last year? I mean, not this year, virtually none, but the previous year, about 20 to 30,000. You know?
What did you hear what he said? Said the quiet part out loud. Ow! Oh, the flu didn't kill virtually anybody in that year. He said it. He said it. He said it.
How many people have died from COVID-19 in the United States? 600,000 Americans.
Well, the number that you all giving that died, that's once again, that's you all's number.
You gonna pay?
Yeah, definitely. When you start talking about paying people to get vaccinated, when you start talking about incentivizing things to get people vaccinated, it's something else going on with that.
Yeah.
Something else going on.
It is something going on with
something
it.
else.
You're right. But I'm glad millions of people.
She said there is something going on with it. You're right.
I legitimately thought it might have been staged, and I stand by that, and I don't apologize for it.
That clears her legally that she said that, I guess. Maybe that's why she's saying the quiet part out loud as well. Holy shit.
Like me and most everybody here didn't get an. You know what their incentive was? Protecting their health and protecting the city. But that's
going right to the guilt. That's the guilt trip that comes with it, man. That's the guilt trip. I've told this story before, man. I don't like telling this story, but there was with Thanksgiving of 2020. My dad, he's like, hey, come to the back room with me for a second. I need to talk to you about something. And my own dad, man, and my parents are pretty liberal. I love my parents to death. They're the greatest people in the world, but they're libtards. Let's not lie. They're libtards, full blown. Love them so much. Obviously, like I'm very lucky to have my parents, but having conversations with them about things that we talk about here on Hoffcast is impossible. That's why I don't even tell them about it. You don't watch, I don't give a shit if you do, but I'm not going to ask you to because you're not going to like what I'm saying at all. But in this particular story, what happened on Thanksgiving 2020, my dad's like, let's go to the back room. And I sit down on the bed. And he's like all serious. He gets all serious. I can tell when my dad's getting serious. He's all serious. I sit in the bed. And I look up. I don't know what's going on. And he leans on the dresser and he goes, me and your mother are really worried about you. We're afraid that if you don't get the jab that you could get really sick and end up in the hospital on a ventilator and die. I looked him straight in the eye. I said, that ain't going to happen. And I'm not getting it. And all he did was he just went, walked out, And that was the end of the conversation. You got to look him in the eye. You got even your own father. Even your own father, it brings this to you. You got to look him in the eye and you got to say no. You have to know what's best for you. As I was saying earlier in the show, you have to know you. All right? You have to be you. It doesn't matter. Even your own parents who are could be brainwashed, you know, as much as you love them. But you can't get them. You can't allow your own family to relay media messages to you in order to get you to influence your own livelihood. I think that is a wrong way to live. And as much as I'd like to talk to my parents and to convince them otherwise, it's just not going to happen. They're lost cause when it comes to these sorts of things. They're so dug in that there's no getting them out of it. You know what I mean? They're older. They're in their 60s. They're dug in. They're not changing their points of views. In fact, if all that comes up, if I ever do, is just I'm the crazy conspiracy theorist. That's all that happens. Is you're crazy. You have no idea what you're talking about because you're younger than me. I'm just like, you're out there getting stabbed 4 times a year with substances you don't know what's in them. So who's crazy? Cheers, boss. Hey, it's your friendly neighborhood Hoff here. And if you enjoyed that clip, make sure that you check out my latest stream right here, or clip, whichever one I decide to post. And you subscribe right here to my channel. It's easy, it's free. You can stay in touch with me and you can become a boss today. So keep in touch, subscribe, watch my latest. There we go. Cheers. Hoff signing off.